So my shank manufacturing is going too well.
Go bring the ladder off. I want the ladder to snap off.
Yeah.
Pull aside.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's stronger than we thought. It's bent out slightly. I feel like standing on it would be easier.
Yeah, just try to stand on it. Nice. Getting somewhere.
Nice. My superhuman strength. Now I can just somehow hammer it down and cold smith it into the shank. It's kind of sharp. You could cut someone with it. It's certainly a cutter. I'm not sure if it's a stabber though, you know? I need something heavier to bash it with. In fact, I'll use that ladder itself. Bending for sure. Flatten it with a nice smooth blade.
You need a way of flattening it now. Flatten it and then sharpen it.
It's not a bad weapon.
It's still be good, but you need. It's a bit sharp, but it's not razor sharp.
You could injure someone with it quite badly. Take an eye out, scrape the skin off their face. It's not excellent. Who are we going to shank? It's only us two here. Each other?
So we got much choice, mate. Drop the bed on it.
That is a good technique. I think I'll lift it up especially.
Put your foot on the shank. Yeah, and then use this as like a. Hard to take a break.
The screw isn't sharp. Unfortunately. Otherwise, if the screw is sharp, this would be a weapon in itself now. Really get someone over the head with this, you know. There's ways to make easier shanks, but the classic way for you ladies and gentlemen watching at home is to take a normal plastic toothbrush and spend hours just rolling it around on the floor, scraping the edges off till it's a nice point. You keep it in your sock, you're safe from attackers. Unless I'm the attacker, because you're not going to kill me with the toothbrush.
Lead it around.
Well, lucky because you're a baby. We're not playing jail baseball.
Ooh, been a while since you smelled deodorant, haven't you?
Alright, that's fine.
Make you jealous.
I'm jealous.
Your turn to clean the cell. I cleaned last night.
Fuck off, you loser. Oh, actually, I'll sleep the cell just after next matter. Admit you can't drink water.
Give me the ladder. I'm in it.
You're a water loser. You admit it. I'll give you the ladder if you admit that you were afraid of your stomach getting wet and couldn't even finish one bottle of water. Admit it. Say I was scared of my stomach getting wet. The guards are going to take our shanks during inspection. I'm going to hide my prison shank.
Not if you shank them first.
I'm not shanking the guards.
It's the only way out, mate. Have you tried screaming yet?
Here. No, my shank is disguised.
Have you tried screaming yet?
No. Screw you.
Nice.
How could they do this to innocent people? Let me read the plot of this book. This book is actually very good. SMERSH, the Soviet counterintelligence agency, plans to commit a grand act of terrorism in the intelligence field. For this, it targets British Secret Service agent James Bond. Due in part to his role in the defeat of Le Chiffre, Mr. Big, and Hugo Drax, Bond has been listed as an enemy of the Soviet state, and a death warrant has been issued for him. His death is planned to precipitate a major sex scandal which will run through the world's press for months and leave his service's reputation in tatters. Bond's killer is to be SMERSH's chief executioner, Red Grant.
Tate Brothers! Tate Brothers! I want 3 cigarettes from Tate Brothers!
100%
my
accurate.
people?
He's been listening to our jail stories.
The Tate Brothers, no problem. Any day.
You give me cigarettes until we get
Listen to me, Tristan. I want cigarettes.
Well, in jail, they were a lot friendlier.
Tate Mafia. I am Tate Mafia.
They were a lot friendlier when they asked us for cigarettes in jail, and a lot more respectful.
Not all the
1
time.
cigarette. 5 cigarettes. Tate Brothers. Tate Brothers.
Oh.
You hear me, Tristan?
Instead of a bad Russian accent, they just spoke Romanian.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I have just 1 cigarette, please, Tristan? Please, 1 cigarette.
I'm not listening to these people.
You give me a cigarette.
I know you can hear me, Tristan.
You give me a cigarette.
Give your mate a cigarette.
Please, brother, please. 1 cigarette.
He doesn't want cigarettes.
Give your mate a cigarette.
I slid one through the door. I don't know where he is.
Put it in that window.
Huh?
Thank you, mate.
They listened to our jail stories and are doing a very good job of the jail experience.
Now I am Tate Mafia. Anyone want to mess with the Tate, they mess with me.
That was a real person.
Cigarette now for my friend.
Maybe you should tell the audience about who that really was.
Thank you, Tristan Tate.
There was a real man in jail who did this exact same thing. He was poor and had no money. And after I gave him cigarettes to help him out and make him feel better, he walked around the prison threatening people, saying he is now with the Tates. And if we start a fight on him, that all of us are going to beat him up. Despite the fact that me and Andrew were locked in a different cell than him, so we had no way of helping him in his fights. His name was Mustafa.
You had no way of helping him. I did.
And he walked around the jail, threatening everybody with us, saying that we were going to beat him up.
Mustafa loved Tristan Tate for a cigarette. Anyone next to Tristan, they are dead. Or Andrew, and take Mac, you know. Who wants it? Mustafa loved Tristan.
Pretty accurate.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Except for some reason, this fake Mustafa speaks perfect English.
Nothing's fake, mate. We're in jail.
It's exactly the same as jail. What antiques are we going to buy to furnish our new houses? We'll buy a few more houses. What antiques do we need? I need a musket or a rifle fired at the Battle of Waterloo. I need one of those. I do need one. That has to happen. What are you going to buy?
I don't believe in worldly treasures, mate.
You don't believe in worldly treasures.
No.
So you are not materialistic.
Correct.
You have 4 of the same supercar, 3 of the same diamond watch.
That's to stop others from getting them because I don't want other people to be materialistic. I'm trying to save the world.
So let me get this straight. If hypothetically, because obviously we have no cars, but if hypothetically we have 42 cars, us buying them and then locking ourselves in jail is a way of helping fight climate change and reduce materialism because we own them, but we lock ourselves in jail instead of drive them.
Correct. We're saving the world little by little, bro. Little by little, my friend.
You truly are selfish, selfless. You're a truly selfless man.
There we are.
You buy a massive percentage of the world's supercars, more than anyone really needs.
Yep.
And you keep them undriven and you lock yourself in a room.
Exactly.
Kind of like hermits of really expensive churches back in the day when they had gold and all the things that were accessible and all the worldly treasures of man. They would just not really eat and just pray all day and lock themselves away.
Exactly.
Is that you now?
Yes.
Andrew the Hermit. It's a good idea. You are saving the world. Because think about it. If you bought every car on Earth, yeah, and you owned every one, and you locked yourself in jail, no cars would be driving. So you're doing your bit. Obviously we don't have any cars. But theoretically, if you had over 40, you've taken 40 cars off the road. Climate change. Wish the climate in here would fucking change. It's hot. Couldn't we picked a colder day to do this? Guess you don't pick your times in jail though, do you?
When it's too hot, the climate has changed. When it's too cold, the weather doesn't represent the climate, okay? Global boiling.
Global toiling. That's what they want.
Global spoiling.
Global foiling. So when you wrap the earth in foil to bake it like a potato. So you're no longer materialistic. What are you going to do with all the money that people think you have? Of course, we haven't got any money.
Well, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah. What are you going to do with it? If you had hundreds of millions of dollars, what would you do?
Put myself in a simulated jail.
This is what you do, isn't it?
I think so.
I might go live in a cave. on an island in the middle of nowhere. How much are private islands? Epstein ruined private islands, though, didn't he?
I mean, private island be boring, bro.
Be boring as fuck.
They're cheap. Buy one now. They're cheap. Couple $100,000, but you got what? Infrastructure, electricity, food, sewage. Set everything up there. Build something there. Move everyone to it. To do what? What are you gonna do that's so private you can't just do in a hotel? We're not fucking pedos.
That's what I mean. Epstein ruined the private island.
There's nothing to do with a private island. What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna have sex with girls. I'll do that in my house. I don't need to go to an island to have a threesome. I'm not a loser.
That's a good point.
Imagine being the kind of dorky dude who's like, oh, and I got all these hot girls, so I need an island. What, is your penis that small? You're trying to hide your small pee-pee that badly?
From the rest of the world?
From the rest of the world?
From every federal jurisdiction.
From civilization?
So see how short your dick is?
They can spy on me all they want and see how huge my cock is. I don't give a fuck. I have sex at my house.
We are kind of getting them. They're spying on us. So what we do is we put live cameras on us all the time so the whole world can watch us. Just don't human traffic anyone.
So tell me what to do.
Andrew, I've been doing TikTok and I made some money. So I'm going to give you a cigarette and that means I'm human trafficked.
Agreed.
Imagine how cataclysmically life-ending jail must be if you're not a guy like us. Imagine you rented your house, worked a job. Imagine they just threw you in jail. And you were working a job to rent a house where your wife and kids lived in, and they relied on your income and your money. Imagine how destructive that must be.
40, 30, 40, 30, which was 140. 40, 40, 40, 260. 40, 300. Then 40, 40, 40, 420.
So you learned how to count.
Plus 40, 460. And that was just 40. 500.
So you can count.
Halfway to 1,000.
Can you count?
Did 1,000 push-ups a day in jail. Do 1,000 push-ups here.
Who can count higher, me or
Then I'm going to read my mail. A good day ahead, mate. I'm loving it.
When the whole war comes, I'm making noodles in a bowl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is your only chance to redeem yourself in front of the world. Make noodles in a cup. Don't be a coward, Tristan.
No.
Don't be a pussy. Don't have noodles in a bowl again.
I don't believe in cups.
Don't do it again to yourself and to humanity.
I don't even want noodles. I just might make them in a bowl just to prove to you that there are other ways of doing things. 500
more push-ups.
Andrew, the pursuit of happiness.
Read my mail. Jail's great.
Is it, though?
It's just like the good old days.
We did have good old days in jail, didn't we? Remember when Demolition Man came on TV? We waited 3 days for that movie to come on.
We did.
The first woman in the world that I've ever found myself attracted to was Sandra Bullock in Demolition Man. That was the first time I ever remember thinking a girl was hot. It was Sandra Bullock in Demolition Man and Gwen Stefani in the song Don't Speak when she was still with that band of people who never became anything.
You should buy a private island, you pedo.
I'm not a pedo. I don't want a private island.
Sure.
I'm very sure, yeah. In fact, I think pedophiles should be murdered. Can I say that on the internet, or is that hate against a sexual orientation now in 2023?
Any more super chats and mail, all the new super chats, we get 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight. The next round of mail. I can't see chat. Our chat on our screen's frozen.
Too small anyway, I can't see it.
Any super chats we'll get as mail. I'm going to go through all these and read them out, the good ones, and answer them all. I have to do 500 more push-ups.
I'll read some out while we're doing that. When I stop sweating, I'm going to do more bicep curls. I'm going to wait till later. We pick the hottest time of the day.
Get fucked.
I want to thank you both for all your wisdom you've bestowed upon the youth. I'm a member of the marketing campus and would love you to look into the camera and say, no, I'm not looking into the camera and saying anything, Dean Dollar. Sorry, mate.
So
Maybe
what,
in
his
jail,
name?
but I'm not your slightest. Something stupid. Not doing it. I really connected with y'all when you first started, and it's like I've thought and felt the way Andrew thinks my entire life from a toddler. I request to play Missing by No Mercy. Is that a song? There's no song requests in jail, bruv, Bruce ABL. What kind of jail has song requests? In fact, we had 3 really crappy music channels that we'd sometimes put on, and we heard over our 92 days a total of probably 5 songs that we liked. Andrew and Tristan are my favorite. I wish we could meet. I will become financially independent. Resist the slave mind, from Cody Hernandez. There's a chance I can meet anyone who's sending me these one day, but eagles fly with eagles, and seagulls fly with seagulls, in the words of Big Herc 916. So, you're going to be a little seagull and try and fly with me, it ain't going to work. Whereas there are lots of people in the world who I would love to meet, because they are G's. So become a G first. Jason has an idea for his business. This is his Instagram. Please contact me. Jason, I don't have Instagram. And I wish you good luck in your business. But if it's a good business idea, you don't need me. I have a business idea usually means I need some money from you. Or I don't have a good business idea. I need you to make it successful. If your business idea is good, Jason, you'll do it without us. Good luck. Life is war. You have 2 close allies, time and attention. Time is the wise guy, attention is the fool. Control the fool and direct him towards your goal, and the wise guy will make you stronger. Jordan Shields. Interesting. Tristan harnesses the chi of the bed frame, and in doing so, he's choking Andrew with bed frame Aikido. I think you were talking about yesterday, when I was trying to control the speed of the earth to speed up and slow down our prison time. By holding onto the bed frame.
Is that what was happening?
Yeah. I'm thinking of going back to live in Russia after 17 years living in Australia. I believe Australia is becoming like a prison. People here are nice, but the government. Well, Skiff CCCP. I get that. Most people don't know CCCP is the Russian designation of USSR. I do understand that. Go back to live in Russia and Australia. Andrew, where would you rather live, Russia or Australia?
Depends if I was Russian or not. Depends how much money I had. Depends how I was making money. Depends on lots of things,
doesn't it? Andrew, any aspect of Islam you're finding it difficult to practice? Tristan, how has Andrew's conversion affected you, since many things are off limits? Andrew doesn't drink anymore. He tries incredibly hard. He takes Islam incredibly seriously. Serenity now 8:30. I'm a full-grown man. Andrew's a full-grown man. I don't give a shit if he doesn't want to drink a vodka martini with me. I'll drink vodka martinis by myself or with someone else or on a date. Andrew can do what he likes. He'll be 40 in a couple of years. Well, I'm going to tell him what to do or what to think. So no, I don't think any of it has been difficult for Andrew, but he's still learning, as all of us are. The world is lucky to have you. Matrix never win, from Carter Lundy 10. There's a famous clip of someone blasting your theme song outside of the prison. Did you hear it? Yes, we did hear the theme song from within prison. And even now they're playing it outside of this prison. Rayaz, Escape the Matrix. Adam SZ22. Tate Brothers, peace and blessings be upon you. My grandfather just ended his life after 76 years. His house burnt down. He invented a rehabilitation exercise desk for you to have. I'm not sure what that means, but sorry to hear about your grandfather. Peace and blessings be upon you also. Book recommendation, The Kybalion, a book for intelligent individuals like yourself, written 129 years ago. Highly encourage checking out if you haven't already. From Felix Dupont. Felix Dupont. Interesting name. Hi, G. My brother and I suffer from a genetic neurological disease called Halivorden Spats. You can search it when you Google and you escape. Do you have any advice? I can't advise you because I don't know the medical condition that you have, but my advice is always going to be the same. You know, I have a very minor medical condition, but lots of people I know have various medical conditions from diabetes to arthritis. Work as hard as you can, become the best version of yourself that you can. Andrew, you saved my life. I lost my little sister to cancer and my father to alcoholism. For so long, I thought I was lost in life. You taught me how to recover and be better. From Boiler Tommy. That makes me very happy. I'm glad. I'm on a dinner date. She said you have to turn that off. I said fuck that. From Hulk as fuck. Hulk, my friend, I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. Me and my brother have locked ourselves in jail for you all to see for the next 24 hours. I would have said, my advice to you, young man, would be don't take a girl on a dinner date if you have something else that you'd rather be doing. I think that women who go out on dates with men, and this is why women should never pay for dates ever, women are paying with their time and their attention and their beauty and, you know, how good they make you look when you're sitting opposite them. And if she's dedicated herself and her time to get all dolled up and go out on a date, the idea of her going isn't to impress you. The idea is that she's giving you a chance to impress her, which is pretty good of her. So if you were really dedicated to watching this live, which I do appreciate, you should have scheduled the dinner for tomorrow night and taken the girl out tomorrow. I don't think it's polite or gentlemanly to be sitting there watching a live stream while on a date. So reschedule next time is my advice. I'm making around $2,000 a month from lessons that I've learned inside the real world. I'd do anything to help you out. You saved me, man. I was being tortured before. From Ilya Soccer. Hopefully not literally tortured, my friend. There are lots of different types of torture. I hope that you're fine. I'm glad I helped you out. I think that mine and Andrew's message is one of positivity. And in fact, I've never heard of a case where someone said, I started listening to the Tate Brothers, actually listening to them. Not listening to what is said about us, not listening to what the BBC purport about us. I don't think there's been a single case of anyone ever saying, I've been listening to the Tate Brothers and taking their advice. My life has become worse. I'm a worse person, and the people around me are suffering more. I don't think that could happen. If anyone does say that, they are lying, or they are not truly following what Andrew and I represent. I think we're a force for good in the world. And I just love getting the stories from all you millions of young men who have improved your lives because of listening to our teachings and our advice. So you're welcome. And thank you for sending me these messages, because they make me realize that when I am stuck in this exact environment for months and months on end and people are trying to silence me, and especially my brother, that it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh, last one. Andrew's a loser. From Talisman Tate on Rumble. $500 super chat for extra attention. Did you hear that last one?
No.
I like your D&G t-shirt.
Dolce & Gabbana.
It's not Dolce & Gabbana, is it?
See what I've done there? D&G t-shirts. Dolce and Gabbana. No, D&G. Every single time one of these is bought from from topg.com, every time you buy a D&G t-shirt, Matt Shea gets an email to his personal email address reminding him that he is a disgraced news gatherer, deluded narrative generator,
and a discredited news guardian, a dork, a nerd, a geek. The DNG. And you buy these and give them to the DNGs in your lives. And I even has a little picture of Matt Shea with a shopping cart because he looks homeless all the time every time he sees us.
He's wearing the same clothes every day. He flies around economy to different parts of the world to try to bother our friends who ignore him. He was this close, Andrew, to being a somebody. If he had just portrayed the War Room event as we know he really did portray it. Man, this really helped me. I see how this helps guys with confidence and self-esteem. And yeah, this is awesome. And, but, you know, when he had his little snake face on, when he was really enjoying himself and it made him a better person, he could have just, stuck with that. Because now that this imaginary case is falling apart and we're clearly not human traffickers, what has he got to go on? He thought hitting us was cool. It's cool amongst him and his little DNG group of friends, but the world disagrees. He has to turn the comments off when he makes things. Imagine, and here's the good thing. If I was so hated, like the DNG really is, because we're not, and every time I posted something, everyone typed hate at me and called me a loser. I'm not hated. When I post something, I get, 500 good comments to every bad one? But if I was that detested and that contemptible and worm-like, that every time I posted something, as a snake, everyone attacked me and called me out for being a snake and what I am mentally strong enough to read the comments and smile and keep posting. Somewhere in his tiny bedroom at night, after making his posts, he reads and then he clicks comments disabled and he clicks it off because he can't take it. I could take jail. I could take worldwide persecution. I could take, despite being the father of adulterer, being called a human trafficker for a year and a half, so people think I buy, sell, and pimp people. I could take it. But he can't take the comments. He has to turn them off. I can imagine his sad little face as he disables his comments.
Yeah, it's pathetic, really.
It's super pathetic.
Super pathetic.
He lives in total obscurity, and whenever he pokes his head above the grass, which is talking about you, whenever he ever gets noticed by anybody during his hit pieces he does on you, everyone calls him a DNG and asks him for chocolates. And I think that's going to continue for the rest of his life. Who is ever going to let that man interview him again?
Good question.
He turns off the comments because he can't take it. Pretty funny, really, isn't it? It's actually hilarious. Oh, the comments hurt his little feelings.
Little baby feelings.
Remember when he was outside trying to negotiate his way into this house with his chocolates in his hand?
Sure
Please, hey, is Andrew scared to talk to me?
Shut up.
Fucking DNG.
DNG.
Embarrassing.
I'm scared of you, you little pussy.
Invite him back. I feel bad for him. Come on, give him a chance. He ruined his whole life. Well, he's ruined it himself. He's ruined his own life and his own career. I bet he never got recognized in the street ever until now. And I bet when he does, it's DNG. Where's my chocolates?
Probably.
When I recognize in the street, oh, can I have a photo of you? Please, just give me a hug. Give me a handshake. Man, I admire you so much. Imagine them just saying chocolates to you. Because I don't condone bullying of any type. But asking a man for chocolates isn't bullying. But it must hurt.
Every single super chat we read out when we get the new mail. All the money goes to Tate Pledge. We're saving the world.
Read some out.
After my push-ups. Saving them. Give me something to look forward to.
It's a real thing that you do in jail. You get letters, you save them.
What time is it?
You know the rules of jail. You know the time by the schedule of things arriving. Who'd win the water drinking contest, me or you?
You.
So you admit that you can't drink water.
You can even race now if you want. I think you'll smoke me.
What, 2 liter race?
Just smoke me, bro.
2 liters of water race.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Loser has to eat a spoonful of coffee.
Oh,
So
dinner.
does the winner.
Nice. Ready? Oh, standing up, huh? I'm sitting down.
No. It doesn't matter. I was just eating my ashtray.
Ready? I can't drink things quickly. I don't know how people do.
3, 2, 1.
Half. Give that.
That's not even half.
You win, you gluttonous cunt. Happy? You and Neil happy now in your spaceship?
Consuming water does not make you gluttonous.
Not what Neil told me.
It does make you want to pee, though.
Not what Neil told me.
So I'm going to use the bat.
Happiness is a spectrum.